Welcome, welcome, welcome to this week's episode of Sauce in the City, the 9 o'clock magic hour, my turn for comedy, where our funny friends come to our stream to see if their funny can take our money. It's always a good time around here because we find some of the most interesting characters on our Facebook friends list. That's right, we scour from name to name, person to person to see who will come by to test their comedy. If you guys want to tune in to us while you're sitting in your living room in your fluffy couch, it's easy to join us on Roku. Access your Roku device. You download the UBSN TV app, you search Sauce in the City, and you will be transported into our world of comedy. So, without further ado, um, it is time for us to introduce this week's comedic contestant. We have Mr. Richard Noonan on the stream. Hi, Richard.
Hello there, how are you doing?
I am doing fantastic. My knees are starting to shake.
Oh, well, I'm excited to be here. I'm excited to be here.
I'm very excited to have you. So, because we just met you in the green room, tell the people tuning in today, tomorrow, and beyond a little bit more about Richard Noonan.
Well, I am Ashim from part of the UK called Wales, which is part of the UK like England and Scotland. I mean, it's a small little bit of the UK. And yeah, I've loved comedy ever since I was a child. My first time doing stand-up was a school kid in front of my drama class. And it's just as a love I've had ever since then, and it's carried on to the present day. And it's just a pleasure actually to do not just shows live, but also abroad this way as well. It's because it's exciting to meet so many other comedians as well.
Yes, it is always amazing to meet new comedians, and it seems like you live in a place where I have always been kind of very curious about because the UK, Wales, that's obviously where the royal family is. If you are not under a rock, you know that, right? So it's always a privilege to have, to be international. We feel privileged to be international now.
Yeah, absolutely. It's brilliant. I've met so many people abroad this way, and hope to meet you more.
Right on. We hope so. So, in the green room, we were talking to the comedy critics, and you guys were all getting to know each other. And you know something? You never get a second chance to make a first impression, Richard. So, what was your first impression of the comedy critics? How friendly were they on a scale of 0 to 14 people? How friendly was our comedy critics?
To be honest, I found them all really friendly. It's hard to really put a number on it because I I feel like they really helped me settle in. I think really helped me
Okay.
to because it feels like they're rooting for me. They're on my side, and so that's always a comforting thing for me. So I'm gonna say full marks because they have actually settled me into this a bit. So 14.
Okay. 4 marks. So is that 4 people?
Oh, full marks. So uh, that's not like someone, and also I like that someone compared me to Mr. Bean as well. That's always a nice comparison to have.
So, see, that's why you have to give us a number because one number means the same thing over here as it does over there. So,
Okay,
from 0 to 14.
14.
Yay! See how easy that was? It's like rip the band-aid right off. Speaking
Yeah.
of our comedy critics on the stream, let's introduce you to them because they should be no secret. First up, we have comedian Mo Williams. Hi, Mo Williams.
What's up? What's up? Hello, everyone.
It is always good to see newbies experience. I've smelled the experience coming off of you. Like I smell it. I smell it. So now that I just met you, like today in the green room, tell the people tuning in today, tomorrow, and beyond a little bit more about comedian Mo Williams.
Well, from the dirty, dirty South, Tuscaloosa, Alabama, and comedy is my life. So when people ask me how long have you been doing comedy, I don't remember a time when I wasn't. And and I said it before. If you're naturally funny, comedy is never a problem. You know, it's never a problem going on stage doing what I do because if it's natural, then how can it be? It's just like a duck. You saying, how do you quack, duck? It's shit. It's what I motherfucking do. What do you mean? So I've been doing it for a while now. I've been on the stage with Cat Williams, Bernie Mac.
Oh,
Yeah, huh, tell me some more. Yeah, I love Bernie. I did that.
oh,
I had a chance to go to Bernie. This was before he had got sick, and I did the Bernie Mac impression at a show in Chicago, and he invited me back home to do it for his wife at his dinner table. It was one of the greatest honors that I've ever done. It
oh
was
my God.
simply amazing because I was now. I told you before, I lied to you before when I said I wasn't nervous about something, but when I was sitting there in front of his wife and had to do an impersonation of Bernie Mac, like shit, I was about to piss on myself. I was like, shit, but I delivered. I delivered.
Oh my God, I bet you did. On a friendly level of 0 to 14 people, how friendly does our comedy contestant seem to you?
Hey, they sound amazing to me. And I still can't get past the comment about the goddamn elf on the shelf. That shit fucked me up. I'm like, God damn, that's I love a good joke. The elf on the shelf shit, and then I'm looking at him at the same time, and it was just that's that's gold. That's comedy. But
Oh my gosh, that was
that's,
comedy gold, wasn't it? So on a scale of 0 to 14,
yeah, I'm giving him a 16. Yeah, I give him a 6. Everybody cool. Everybody
just
cool.
just difficult. All right, our next comedy critic to the stream, Big Moog THC. What's going on, yo?
How the hell you gonna bring me on behind that nigga? He got the gray on the side and the black in the middle. He about to take all my young chicks. God damn. They be like, Mook, you Big Daddy, but that's Zaddy. I'm sitting here feeling constricted, experiencing tall people problems. You know, when you 6'11", your head and you sit straight up in your car, your head stick out the sunroof.
Yeah, you damn near about to go through that motherfucker.
Oh my gosh. Oh my dear Jesus. All right. So first impressions, we never get a second chance to make a first impression. On a scale of 0 to 14, where does the comedy contestant lie for you?
On a 0 to 14, on a friendly scale, hmm, I got to give him a 14 because he got that, please, mommy, can I have some more kind of feel about him, But I got a feeling he gonna go from tell Tony, tell him I won't be coming home for Christmas and just flip on us and go straight Gordon Ramsay or some shit like that. Like
Hey,
I,
that
I
would
think
be
he gonna flip on us. I'm waiting for it.
okay. So on a scale of 0 to 14 again?
He get that 14
14 in the
because
house.
he's friendly and I'm kind of scared because he might say, "You ain't funny at all. Get out of here, critic."
Our next comedy critic to the stream, CJ Chowers. How are you, sir?
I'm good. I'm good.
Okay, first impressions of our comedic contestant on a scale of 0 to 14 on a friendly scale. Where are we going?
I'm gonna give him a 14, man. Like I said, he's definitely like he's gonna be interesting. Like Mook said, he got a Peppa Pig feel about him. So I'm looking to see what he gonna bring. Like I said, I feel he a dark horse. He definitely got the Mr. Bean vibe. I picked that up as soon as I heard him talk. You gotta
Oh,
open your mouth though, bro. I'm hoping you project or something because you got that 50 Cent shit going on, like you got shot in your jaw. I need you to move your projector or something. We can hear. So like old girl said, I need you to be animated or something. I'm hoping that switch come on and your ass go right into the shit. So we'll see.
Okay.
That
So he gets a
gets a 14.
okay, 14 again, all high marks. I'm impressed. Our next comedy critic to the stream is Lisa D. How are you, my darling?
I am good. I'm good.
Okay, so first impressions, you never get a second chance to do so. On a scale of 0 to 14 in the friendly department, where does our comedic contestant lie for you?
He reminds me of a corgi, very friendly, just friendly, kind of relaxed, but friendly as can be. And at first, he seemed like he was a little scared. He was a little frightened. And then we kind of got him all calm, giving him encouragement. But let me tell you, Richard, your bloody better be funny. Your bloody better be funny. But funny.
So on the scale of 0 to 14,
I give him a 14.
oh, high marks. I am so proud of you. So far, so good. Vanessa Ray, the Hillbilly Peach. On a scale of 0 to 14, where does our comedic contestant fall for you?
I tell you, I have to mention some things. We might call Big Mook Big Daddy, but I done decided that Mr. Williams, we're gonna call him Mr. Charles. That's good. Big Daddy Charles.
Oh my God, are you over there blushing? Oh, what
I
am I going
know.
to do with
I
you?
know. And then I was looking at CJ, and I tell you, he looks a little bit like Martin Lawrence. Had a little bit too much turkey, but I was like, oh yeah. And Lisa, you got to be good to the doggy dogs. You got to be really good to the doggy dog. Doggy treats is what you got to give them. But that's how you get pregnant. So you got to watch.
Oh my God. So first impressions are always really good, and you just knocked it out the park. So on a scale of 0 to 14, where does our comedic contestant lie for you?
Well, as friendly, I have to give him the 14 until he gets these till he gets these hands on his critique. We'll see if he gets mean.
Ooh, okay, 14 again. You know what? You guys are making my knees shake. All right, Mike Jones, first impressions. What do you think of our comedic contestant, 0 to 14?
0 to 14. I'm gonna give him a 14.5 because
Oh,
I'm gonna give him a 14 because he looks like a really really safe Uber driver, like one of those Uber drivers you can fall asleep in the car and like I'm gonna get to where I'm going. Like, I don't know how Uber drivers drive where y'all from, but out here, man, they scare the shit out of us. So
14.5. I am starting to shake in my boots. Michael Gleason, welcome to the stream, sir. First impressions of our comedic contestant on a scale of 0 to 14.
0 to 14. Richard, if my grandmother from Cork City were here, she would say 'twas grand. And I think you're going to do great. And I'm going to give you a perfect 14. You're going to be fine.
Oh my goodness. I feel my dollars going out of my pockets right now.
Sorry, Brenda.
Got pepper curry. On a scale of 0 to 14 in the friendly category, where does our comedic contestant lie for you?
I'd give him a 14. He reminds me of a comedic Harry Styles. I like the accent. How can you eat your pudding if you don't eat your meat? And I'll tell you what, in the early in my career, I was a little bitter and I really didn't root for people. But at this point in my life and career, I'm really rooting for him and I'm expecting some big things from him tonight.
Oh my goodness. That is how we do it. That is how we do it. If you're going to open and close your car door, mute your mic, please. Thank you. All right. Sounds like a great time for a station break. Again, you guys, it's really easy to join us on Roku. You just access your Roku device, you download the UBSN TV app, you search Sauced in the City, and you will be transported again into our world of comedy. It is going so good tonight. Richard, you look like you have a full deck of comedy critics. It's going to be really good. So now we like to get to know a little bit more about you. Is that okay?
Yeah, that's absolutely fine with me.
Okay. So first let's test your loyalty in the relationship. My kitchen is now open, and this is where I present to you some form or fashion of a food item. And based on our relationship, Richard, you tell me if you will try it or trash it. Are you ready, sir?
Okie dokie, I'll give it a go.
Okay, here we go. First up is dun, da, 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 pickle shot, spicy pickle vodka. Come on, Richard. Based on our relationship and to keep our club open, will you try it or trash it?
The truth about it is, I'll try anything, so I'll probably try it. And also, if it's spicy, I love spicy stuff, so yeah, I'll try it.
Yes, I love a good amicable person. Works for me. Next up, question. $500,000 a year for 17 years experience, right? If this is a fair price for years of experience, what should you be paid 500K for, Richard?
Oh god, that's a hard one. What it's like? What would amount to 5,000K? I would say to probably go around the world in 80 days, doing stand up, trying all the spicy foods in the world, and also doing big budget movies.
Okay, okay. I like that. That is definitely worth 500K. Next question. If there was one movie that repped the 80s for you, which one would it be and why?
Oh, what does wrapped mean?
I love it. That means it represented. Sorry.
Oh, okay. I'm not representing the 80s. It's not like a weird one to say, but I'm gonna go. Yeah, I'm gonna go the Karate Kid. I think because it really, it really showed the 80s, but it was also kind of because it was set in the 80s, but it was also kind of timeless as well. The way it built up. Because hey, I'm gonna say the Karate Kid for that one. For me, that said the 80s for me.
Absolutely. I love the T pose. Dun, 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 dun. I don't think that's the right song, but we'll get to that later. Comedians, which group is it harder to make laugh, do you think? Other comics or our seniors? What do you think, Richard?
Oh, that's a difficult one. I think I think seniors. I suppose thinking about my family. I find my family harder to make laugh sometimes because they have a particular sense of humour, and sometimes usually when I tell my jokes, they go into despair. Whereas if it's usually friends or people I don't know, then they're well comedians. They usually tend to laugh more. So probably gonna say seniors just based on my family.
Oh, wow. Last question. Where's the most interesting place you have ever performed comedy at?
Oh God. I'm gonna probably say there's a place in Wales called Swansea, and I'm gonna say that for the reason that I was when I was doing it that day, there was a hen night going on, and the hen night were really noisy, and so it was a matter of trying to keep my cool to stand up while there was a very noisy hen night going on, especially when one of the women in that hen night said apparently I had tits bigger than they did. So yeah,
Oh my gosh, I am
at
getting
least mine are
sick.
real. Mhm.
At least, oh my God, I that's a whole nother show. And that seems to be another great time for a station break. As I said, you guys, you can catch us on the go. by downloading the UBSN TV app, and you can catch us in your phone. It is about to be a great time in here because now we get to do the comedy warm up where we get to warm up our comedy critics. We didn't bring them all this way for them to do nothing. This is one of our favorite games, which is Sell That Skew Taboo. Now, Richard Noonan, you are going to be the one and only judge, okay? What you say goes. Your word is king. I am about to give each comedy critic one whole minute to sell you something that you cannot see, which is usually called a dream. Okay? And at the end, you will decide whose item you want to purchase with your Sauce in the City dollars, sight unseen. Okay?
Okie dokie.
Okay, you ready? Here we go. It is going to be another great segment of Sell That Skew Taboo. We are going to start with Lisa D. All right, Lisa D, get the thing nearest to you, my sister. And I am going to set the clock at 60 seconds, and you are going to sell us that skew, but you can't tell us what it is and you can't show us what it is. Ready? Sell that skew. Taboo.
All right.
Let me tell you people something. Have you ever noticed how history gets changed? How, like, the people that are brown get turned kind of Caucasian over time? So, my device is used to erase all that Caucasianness off the brown people's faces and replace it. Yes, that's right. It is the color replacer. It replaces the color of everybody in history that's been whitewashed throughout the years. That's right. You know what? Let's start with Jesus, the baby, black baby Jesus. Okay. How did he go from, black baby Jesus to the European Jesus? I want to know that because they whitewashed him. But all you got to do is use my device and and you can put him right back to being the beautiful brown baby Jesus he was. Throughout history, our history has been whitewashed. This is the anti-whitewash device. That's right. You put the color back into history.
Oh my God. All right. Our next comedy critic to the stream is CJ Trowers. Get the thing nearest to you, sir. The clock is set to sell that skew. Taboo.
All right, my item. My item will give you a Brazilian nose lift. You make sure you breathe perfectly and not snore. Most of all, make sure you won't die a little bit in your sleep every fucking night. You know? It's great in all settings, but mostly at night. It'll make chicks that you sleep next to uncomfortable to the motherfucker. You'll never be able to sleep over other people's house because you always got to become, you have to be attached to this thing. But at the end of the day, again, you live. That's what we want to do. You won't snore no more because that shit is not part of the fucking plan. But again, it's a great device. It's easy to clean. Don't put it in your dishwasher. Keep away from your kids. Might be a little freaky, but outside of that, it's worth the buy. It's worth the buy.
Thank you very much. All right, Big Mook. THC, the clock is set. Grab the thing nearest to you. You can't tell us what it is. You can't show us what it is. Sell that skew. Taboo.
Dun, 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 dun. Hey, Adrian, you ever been ready to get in a fight, but you don't got time to wait for a whole song so you can fly. So sometimes you just want to fly right now, so you gotta get some wings. If you gotta get some wings, you gotta fly. Adrian! You gotta, sometimes I tell you about Mick. Mick said you gonna fly. So you gotta have the eye of the tiger, but I can't see. I got punched in both eyes. I'm just here, I gotta fly. I gotta just... Adrian! You know what happened to Mick? But Mick's flying. I gotta see Mick and need wings. You gotta go see Mick.
Okay.
Help me
Time.
out, Adrian.
Time. All right, comedian Mo Williams, grab the thing closest to you. The clock is set for 60 seconds. You can't show us what it is, can't tell us what it is. Sell that skew taboo.
Okay, here's the deal. You ever been with that young girl and all of a sudden she down there and she complaining about the grade? And the first thing I tell her, I say, okay, listen. First of all, you didn't got unfocused. You didn't got unfocused down there. You down there rambling around. The shit I got now will take away grade. All you got to do, whatever you do when you're using it though, do not let it stream down on your ball. Whatever you do, don't let it stream down on your balls. Because once your balls catch on fire, you're going to run. You ain't going to drive to the hospital. You're going to run to the hospital. And when you get in there, you're going to be mumbling shit that the other motherfuckers don't know what you're saying. Like, my balls, my balls, my balls. That's when the people there are going to say, listen, what are you discharging? No, you're going to have to discharge this goddamn bill, though. Because I ain't gonna be able to pay right now. My balls, they on fire. And then when you get back there to the doctor and shit, the first thing he gonna say, listen here, motherfucker, I don't used to have to say this to grown men, but whatever you do, nigga, do not dye your balls. They not Easter eggs. This is the shit I got over here. Call me and I'll give it to you.
Oh my God. Time. Okay, Vanessa Ray, the Hillbilly Peach. The clock is set for 60 seconds for you to sell that skew taboo.
Y'all scaring me with all this shit going on around here. And, gray balls, hairy balls. It's like, I got balls. Mine are bigger and I carry them higher. Yeah. But what I got, man, you could put it on your head, and Mr. Williams probably could put it on his head too, his other head, and it's a little bit fuzzy. It'll keep your head warm, and you could put stuff on it. You can hang it up, and it's got two little fuzzy balls to it. Also, it comes in a bright color, and you can put stuff in it, and it's got a little $1 tag on it. And but you can sell it probably for more. I want more for it, and you ain't getting it for $1. It has treats in it. It could have a little bit of treats, and if people like you, they're gonna put the good green treats. Since it's holidays, you got to have green, because a friend with weed is a friend indeed, and I trust I have some friends in here. And
Time. Okay. The clock is set. Mike Jones, 60 seconds on the clock. Sell that skew taboo.
All right. Have you ever slept with a chick or a guy and they look good at the club, but then when you woke up, they look like this? If you wanted to have that memory or that episode erased completely from your memory, I got the perfect product for you. Or if you had that chick that you let get by that you wish you could have back. If you are that person, I have something that can take you back in time, can eliminate all the mistakes of your life and make everything peaches and cream. All you have to do, and it's for the low price of $19.95, which includes shipping and handling. Clean up every mistake that you made. Forget about every fat chick, every man, every mistake, every butthole pleasure, everything that you regret in life can be taken away and forgotten with the product that I have for you.
Oh my God. Time. All right, Michael Gleason to the stream. The clock is set. 60 seconds on the clock to sell that skew taboo.
Okay. What I have in my hand is long and hard. And what I have is a more modern version. It's made of plastic, but they're going back to the Stone Age where they were made of stone and they were also handheld. You can really cramp your hand and wrist if you hold it for too long, or if you don't use it the right way. You can really, really wreck your evening. People use it to settle debts, public and private. It's definitely attributed to a very old profession. I would say definitely be thinking of one that you could keep. You know what? The one I'm thinking of, you can actually put in your pocket and people would know it's in your pocket right away. Same thing, and you certainly don't want this thing to explode inside your pants either. Um, so I would avoid all those things. But yes, it's long and hard. It will fit in the palm of your hands. Maybe it might even go a little further out, depending on how big your hands are. Um, and they are a dime a dozen. It's very common. You've seen men with them before, I'm sure. And let's see, what else do I have here? Yeah, there's different colors. There's electronic versions, motorized versions. The one I have is plastic. There's metal ones. There's like expensive, nice ones that are made of metal. But again, it's long and hard. It fits in your hand. It will give you a lot of pleasure, no matter what you're into.
Okay, sounds interesting. All right, Richard, you have some very interesting items on the block for sale. Which of these items will you purchase sight unseen with your Sauce in the City dollars?
Ah, I gotta say, you all gave brilliant details for your
Okay,
objects.
wait a minute. Wait a minute. I almost
I'm
made
sorry.
a mistake because I took him off the screen because he won't sit still. But we
Okay.
have one more item. I'm sorry, Scott Pepper Curry. Grab the thing closest to you, and you can't tell us what it is. You can't show us what it is, but the clock is set, sir, for 60 seconds to sell that SKU. Taboo.
Unmute.
My favorite hobbies, and it's something to enjoy after a meal. It's something to enjoy having sex. If you have sex with a partner or even yourself, it's something to it's something to try to kind of break up the day. If you do it enough, you seem to pass time and it becomes a habit and it becomes something very enjoyable, a big part of your life, especially when you wake up first thing in the morning, grab a cup of coffee, bring this item with you, and just enjoy it. If you watch Michael Corleone in The Godfather, he does it a lot. Looks like that's the only time he ever has any peace. So my item is here to provide you relief, to provide you joy, and I highly recommend it. It's a big part of my life, and because I live in Florida, it's not very expensive, so it's an easy thing to do and it's fun.
Okay, I'm digging it. Sorry, you were kind of walking around, so I skipped right over you. All right, Richard. Uh Very interesting items up for bid. So which one will you purchase and why?
Well, I was going to say, everyone gave brilliant descriptions, so this is a difficult one, but I think I made my decision. I think because of all the description there, and there's a lot of things I really liked hearing this description, I'm going to go with Vanessa's item.
Oh, okay. Vanessa Ray, the Hillbilly Peach. Congratulations. The clock is set at 60 seconds for you to reveal your SKU.
I tell you what, it matches my little elf on the shelf. I love you. I can't wait to come see you in Wales. I tell you, I'm gonna sleep on your couch, and I'm just gonna mess everything up. But this actually matches. It matches your background, your little shelf back there. I love that. Is that like a little bed? But but what you just bought? What you just bought for $500,000, and in UK money, that's 413 sterling pounds, something like that. I looked it up. Uh, you got my sock. You got my big red sock, and it's got little balls on it. Look at little white balls there. White balls. I've seen them all my whole life. I tell you, that's about what they look like. Except for these ain't wrinkly; they're a little bit fuzzy. Yeah, just a little bit fuzzy.
Oh, well, congratulations, Mrs. on the win. You knocked it out of the park. And I, I can't think of a
Thank you.
better way to go into our big game at the end of the episode because it is the game that we have come here for. Richard Noonan, now that you are warmed up a little bit and you've gotten to know our comedy critics, I'm going to give you just one more insight into them before you get started. And we're going to introduce the name of the game. So, are you ready for the rules?
Yes, please.
Okay, so I will give you $1 for every comedy critic that you can convince to turn on their stream for your funny. You with me so far?
Yeah, I'm with you.
It does not have to be jokes, but good God, we hope it's funny. Are you with me so far?
Yeah, I'm ready so far.
Okay. If you manage to convince all nine of us, myself included, and I hate turning on my camera, you will receive 25 whole smackaroonies. And I'm not sure what that is in UK dollars, but we'll figure that out later. Are you with me so far?
Yeah, I'm with you.
Okay, okay. So let me help you out just a little bit and let's get some intel from our comedy critics. All right, comedian Mo Williams, what will get you to give up my dollar tonight? What would you be looking for?
Um, it's just that simple, funny. And with me, I don't judge because I love storytelling. When I say that, I love people telling stories and it's funny all the way and then a punchline. I love that. So a lot of people look for those one, two, three, boom. That's that's jokes, but I love fun. Period. I'll sit there 30 minutes waiting on your punchline, and if it's funny, you got me. So I'm just looking for fun. I'm not looking
Ooh,
for how you did it. I'm just looking for fun.
I love that. That sounds right on point. All right, Big Mook THC, what will get you to give up that dollar tonight?
Energy, man. Nothing but pure energy. Pure energy, pure energy, pure energy. Make me have fun. If I have you have fun, I will have fun. Let's have fun together, man. Bring the fucking energy, dude.
I love you. Chris, or I'm sorry, CJ Trowers, what will get you to give up my dollar tonight?
Looking for something, clever, witty, original. So just be funny, like everybody else says. Stay on the funny.
Clever, witty, and just be funny. Okay, I feel a trend coming on. All right, Lisa D on my stream. What will get you to give up my dollar?
Please be funny, yes, but also be animated. Don't just look at the screen and tell jokes. I want to see you perform your joke. I want to see your joke. You know, that will get me to turn on my screen.
Okay, now remember I got to eat ramen noodles, so make sure it's funny. Vanessa Ray, the hillbilly peach, what would get you to give up my dollar?
I'm gonna go with CJ with the witty. I want that, and then along with that, I like that English humor. Because there's some sick and twisted people. So well, I'm hoping Wales is the same way. I guess because it's all together there, right? I've never been there, but I'm coming to visit you, and I'm gonna sit on your couch, and I'm gonna bring you this sock, this big sock. But I want you to just make me laugh, bring the funny. Yeah.
Okay, Mike Jones, what would get you to give up my dollar and make me eat ramen noodles next week?
Man, I need to see some skin. I need to see nah.
Oh
I
God.
gotta see. I gotta see the confidence. I gotta see the. I want to. I need a laugh tonight, man. I had to pay some bills, so I'm a little stressed out. So I need. I need a good laugh, man. I had to cut half my Thanksgiving budget in half because of some bills. But now I want to see the confidence. I want to see strategicness in the joke. I want it. Yeah, I just need to laugh tonight. It's gonna be
Okay.
easier to turn my screen on tonight. So if I don't turn
Okay.
my screen on, you might want to be a Jehovah's Witness or something, bro. It's like
Okay, Mike Gleason, what will get you to give up my dollar for the night?
Richard, A lot of British comedians have had a lot of influence on me, including Rowan Atkinson, not just Mr. Bean, but Blackadder. So I would say definitely be original and authentic, like Rowan Atkinson's characters, like Rick Mayall's characters, and make sure it's just genuinely your own. I'm looking for your own genuine voice and what the things that you find ironic. So that's what I'll be looking for.
Okay,
Voice and irony.
that sounds right on point. Okay, Scott Pepper Curry, what will you be looking for tonight? What will get you to give up my dollar?
Is jokes about religion and politics. Not looking for Seinfeld type stuff. You know, you ever lose something and somebody asks, "Where'd you lose it?" If I knew where I lost it, perhaps I'd find it. Um, but what I would say is jokes about yourself, maybe some self-deprecation, maybe letting us in on you. But like all the other critics have said, funny is funny. So just make us laugh. I'm really interested in turning the camera around, but you're going to have to do a little work, and I wish you good luck.
All right, that sounds like a great piece of advice, Richard Noonan. I think you got a lot of great intel. You have a lot of good things, good information. So I think I set you up for the win on this. I don't feel like I'm leading you into the pit unprepared. I think that you can do this. And the time is now. The clock is set. We are going to set the stream. Everybody turn their cameras off. The rules are very simple. Richard, if they find you funny, they will turn on their streams. If they don't, they won't. But they have to explain every motion they make. So be prepared to hear it at the end.
Okie dokie.
Agreed? Okay, very cool. The clock is set for my turn for comedy. It does not have to be jokes, but good God, let's hope it's funny. All right, Richard, off you go.
I know what you're thinking. Jesus, Spider-Man sent himself go a bit. Look, I still got look, Spider-Man, Spider-Man. Does it ever a spider? Yes. Yeah, I should also mention as well that recently I actually spoke to my dad on Messenger, and he told me an old wives' tale. And you hear an old wives' tale. The most popular one is every time someone says, "I don't believe in fairies," a fairy dies. Oh, there goes another one. But the one he told me was every time you tell a pun, a bit of your hair dies. That's me and CJ well and truly fucked then. But yeah, I mean, I use a special shampoo now. It's called Why Bother? But I can't help it, because to me, I think the best jokes in life are a bit like the Invisible Man having a wank. They just come out of nowhere. I should also tell you as well that I was born in 1989. A lot of people, they come up to me and they ask, "Hey, Rich, do you remember the 80s?" Yeah, considering I was a sperm for most of it, I have very fond memories of the 80s. In fact, you can literally say I came from the 80s. You can. But I'm also from Wales, and I live in a quiet estate, but the estate behind is quite rough, and you can actually hear me, Cam. You're like, "Oh, fuck off! You fuck off! Give me the drugs, I'll smash your fucking face in." That's just the school kids. Yeah, recently my neighbours bought a dog. Any dog fans at all? Amongst the critics? Oh,
yes.
Love it. Yeah, my neighbours bought a dog, and I love dogs, but the thing is, like, he's so annoying. He's so annoying. I mean, he goes around like he owns the place. He tries to shag your leg. He pisses on your leg. He shits in my front garden and then he rolls around in the shit. Just make a point of it. Honestly, I don't know how the dog puts up with him. And and also I should say I'm an optimist. In fact, I knew I was an optimist ever since my blood type was B positive. But the thing is, as well, I've always loved comedy. I don't know what I'd do if I wasn't a comedian. I mean, a friend of mine considered doing a business selling Viagra, but we faced stiff competition there. I should say a bit about my friend, actually, because he went into, funny enough, he did go into hospital, funny enough, for a Viagra overdose. His philosophy was, what doesn't kill you makes you harder. And he went in again because he went for a vasectomy. I've got to say, that took balls. And next time I saw him, he told me some interesting facts. He told me apparently there's somewhere in Eastern Europe somewhere, there's a vagina museum. First thought that came to mind was who got invited to the big opening. But I tell you when I met this friend of mine, because I was in school and the teacher was about to call register, and this student was like, "Oh God, oh God, oh God." So, what's the matter? I got a really stupid name. What's your name? Isaac. Isaac, that's not a stupid name. We've made great Isaacs. There's Isaac Hayes, who very much Shaft and Chocolate Salty Balls, or Isaac Newton, Gravity. That's not great. Isaac's not a stupid name. And then the teacher called the register. CJ, are you in? Brenda Brown, Isaac Cox. Isaac Cox.
Time. Everybody said no. Return to your original positioning. I didn't say do anything. Comedy critics, there you go. Keep your screen set. Answers are locked in. Nobody move a muscle. Everybody stay frozen. All right, Richard Noonan, thank you so much for that 3 minutes and a little bit over because we never stop funny. You definitely had me laughing there at the end, and I'm going to get you later for that. But very nicely done, sir. And for those that want to catch more of your kind of funny, tell them where they can find you.
Well, at the moment, I got a Facebook page called with the imaginative title of Richard Newnham Stand-Up Comedian. You can follow that. I also got a YouTube page called Richard Newnham Comedy and Arts, and I'm actually developing a website. It's not up yet, but I'm developing a website as well. So as soon as I do that, I'll send the link out, and you can find me there too.
Right on. Well, congratulations. Great 3 minutes. You definitely had me laughing. We're going to get to some golden knowledge of nuggets, so I'm definitely going to reserve my answers for that. But now we love to play the game. I will offer you $5 right now to walk away sight unseen of which comedy critics turned around and which didn't. Would you take my $5 or do you want to keep going and see what our comedy critics had to say?
Oh, that's a hard one. I'm going to hear what the comedians have to say, I think.
Okay. Well, as you can see, you've seen which ones are which. If you were paying attention, if you weren't, that's good because let's go for which ones had turned on their screen. And I should have known to leave him out because he's not standing still, so his Wi-Fi is on life support. But we'll get to that later. Lisa D, what convinced you to push your button for our comedy contestant?
I liked it because he just didn't sit there and tell jokes. He was using some motions, and he's a one-liner. He's a one-liner comedian. And yeah, I thought he was, I thought he had adorable comedy. You know, it was
Okay.
cute.
It was cute. Okay. And she's a real toughie, Richard. So I
No.
I you turned on your camera. We're gonna have to get to that later.
Plus, he took his
Another
hat
of our
off.
comedy critics who turned on their stream was Mike Jones. Sir, what convinced you to turn on your stream?
Okay, so I'm gonna be honest. Like I'm really emotional tonight. Probably. So he's he started off real slow. I was like, with the Spider-Man shit, like, oh shit, where are we going with this? And then he got better, kept building it up, and it was like, okay. Then I thought to myself, man, it take balls to get on here with a bunch of black people. And Vanessa, we voted you in. You black now. So, well, but they had the confidence to still not back down and to start off slow and then pick it back up. Because I know a lot of comedians, when they start off slow, like the energy will just stay there. But he picked it up. So I was proud of, like a proud father, you know.
Okay.
Then he wasn't scared to show his hair. I was like, yeah, I know
You
you
can
had a
get
Jordan
down with that.
under there. I was like, damn. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
89 or 69, bro. Like,
Okay, Richard, you have two comedy critics that turned on their stream for you. We are going to continue the game. Now, I will offer you $7.50. Cliff, can you get it together back there? I will offer you $7.50 if you walk away now. Or would you like to try your luck at if there are any more comedy critics who have turned on their stream for you?
I'm. I'll go for option number two.
Oh, 750 is a lot of money, Richard. You sure you're gonna walk away from $7.50? I mean, seven whole dollars, 50 cents.
I'm gonna go for it. I'm gonna go for it.
Okay, I love a man who knows what he wants. Next to the stream, Michael Gleason, what convinced you to turn on your stream for our comedic contestant tonight?
Sure. Richard, I remember I said I was going to be looking for your own voice and your authenticity. And the Spider-Man, once you, it was a good intro, but then you started going in on the puns. The Invisible Man come out of nowhere. Your blood type is B positive. And then the Vagina Museum with the big opening. That is fantastic. I think that was good. I also like the Welsh accent because I do, in my shtick, I do the Irish brogue and I do the Boston accent where I'm from, Boston. So definitely, definitely go with those accents. It's a lot of fun and definitely keep that up. Also, at the end, I like that little roll call that you did. That's Benny Hill did one of those, one of his shows back in the 70s. But I liked the way you did it, and it was very well done.
Thank
Right
you.
on. Okay. Now we're going to hope that Scott Papakuri stays still long enough to add his feedback to this. What prompted you to turn your button on for Richard Noonan?
One of the reasons, as a comedian, I'm very selfish, and I knew if I turned the camera on, that I would be able to pontificate more of my comedic genius views. But real quick, in my comedy, I wasn't reinventing the wheel. I'm a big fan of dick jokes. I think they're funny, and I suck cock. Um, that got me at the end. I don't know if I would have turned the camera on, but that I truly laughed out loud, and I don't laugh out loud often. I know a lot of people are always punching in LOL, but I suck cock is it's gold, Jerry. It's gold.
I love it. All right, Richard. All high marks. Uh so I'm a little bit shaking in my boots because I seen a lot of screens kind of change there at the last second. So I'm willing to offer you 10 whole dollars to walk away now. No, you know what? I'm willing to offer you $15 to walk away now, Richard. Like to just turn, don't care what nobody else says, just walk away now. Deal or no deal?
Oh, I'm. That's a good offer, but I'm gonna carry on. I'm gonna carry on here what more people have said.
Okay, so who we have left is Vanessa Ray, the Hillbilly Peach, CJ Trowers, Big Mook THC, and comedian Mo Williams. I'm going to give you your pick of the comedic critic that has the suitcase you want to open. Which one will it be?
I'm. I'm gonna go for Vanessa.
Ooh, Vanessa. I think we've made a connection. Let's
Oh,
see if he is correct. Wah, wah, wah.
Oh, sorry. I liked everything I did, but I don't know. Maybe it was just it was me. It was slow at the beginning, and I did like covering the head because I understand that I do that during sex. Uh, just and I also liked the puns, and I like the shag your legs. I have an ex that he's just shagged anybody's leg, and then the being an optimist and the positive. I liked it, but I needed more on how you gave it.
Ooh.
Because I smiled, but I wasn't really laughing. And you're so cute, and I just love you to death. And and there was talking. Scott likes dick jokes. Hey, Scott, I tried dating a black man, and I've never seen anything like it before. And when I seen it, I understood black power.
Oh my God. Well, Richard, you actually hit a whammy, but we're not done yet. So don't look forlorn because you have six of us that have turned on our screens, including myself, because I thought you were very funny, especially there at the end.
And I love
I
you.
will offer you 650 to walk away now. Or would you like to carry on and see if there's another comedy critics case that opened for you?
Oh,
Do, do,
six.
do, do,
Um,
do. 650 is a lot of money.
it
And
is.
you have three left. You have comedian Mo Williams, you have Big Mook THC, and you got CJ Travers.
I'm gonna go for Mo Williams.
Oh, okay. Let's see if Richard Noonan is right. His $6.50 is on the line. Let's see what has happened. Wah, wah,
Ah,
wah.
Oh, and
Comedian Mo Williams, what prevented you from turning on your camera for our comedic contestant tonight?
Okay, first of all, let me say this. I hate being in a position when I have to critique somebody's style of comedy. I'm saying it didn't work for me. And with that said, it's like you trying to crush somebody's dream who's out there trying to play baseball, basketball, football, or whatever. His style of comedy didn't work for me. For the other people, I listened. I listened for everybody who said the stuff that made them laugh.
yeah,
It just didn't do it for me. And that is not me saying, "Hey, man, don't quit your day job." That's not me saying that. I'm saying it didn't work for me. And
exactly.
you got other people here on this panel who thought it was. So that should be encouraging. But for
Yes.
me, it just I'm sorry, it just didn't work for me.
that's okay.
Okay. Richard Nuno. Uh, Again, you hit the second whammy, but you have one left, and you have your choice between Big Move THC and CJ Trowers. Now, because I like you, Richard, and I thought you were funny, I will offer you $5 to walk away now. Or would you like to press your luck with Big Mook THC or CJ Trowers?
I'm I'm tempted to push my luck out. It just sounds crazy. I know we shouldn't really do it,
Five
but
dollars is like gas. That's gas money.
So adorable.
I know I did a joke about him, so I'm gonna go for. I hope he wasn't offended by the joke, but I'm gonna go CJ.
Okay, he's pressing on. He is pressing on. I love someone who definitely takes chances and moves forward. That is the mark of brilliance because you keep on pressing forward and you hope for the best. So let's see if it benefited you. CJ Trowers.
Oh,
All right, CJ, turn on your camera and tell us what prevented you from pressing
sorry.
that button.
The reference was me was cool. I ain't got no problem with that. You know what I'm saying? I know I ain't got no hair, but you definitely was. You did a lot of one-liners was cool. It was something missing in a lot of them. This didn't make the connection for me. Maybe it might have been delivery. I don't know what it was. The invisible joke was to me one of the funniest, and then you ended hard, heavy with the Isaac Dick at the end. I like a lot of this joke too, so that's still with me. So those two things stood out with me, and I'm big on having jokes resonate with me that I can retain back, say back to the comedian I can refer back to. So those two out of that minute out of those 3 minutes was the only ones that stood out to me. Not enough about yourself, kind of what Mo said a little bit. Talk about yourself. You said a lot of jokes that I think anybody could have said. I wanted to know more about you, and it was kind of sporadic. At times going from joke to joke. So outside of that, just work on telling material more about yourself, not just jokes that can seem like it can be told by anybody.
Okay, I'm digging it. I'm digging it. And last but certainly not least, Big Move THC. What prevented you from turning on your button?
Well, it just wasn't for me. It's like everything that I heard, I kind of heard it before, but I heard it, more lively and more energy. Between Snoop Dogg and and the Simpsons, all those Amanda hugging kiss, I suck cocks, my cock is big, the end of my dick, and all that. I've heard it's not a dick joke I haven't heard. So it's fine, to hear him over and over, but it just didn't have the energy and a punch to it. It's like, yeah, I suck cocks, it's like it kind of was kind of monotone for me.
Ah, okay. Well, that is always good to know what it didn't have, but every comedian, whoever just did that, can mute their mic. But every comedian leaves here with something, and Richard Noonan, you are no different. Whether it is financial or whether it is something that you can carry on to your next show and your next performance, we like to give out golden knowledge nuggets. All right, Big Mook, drop one of them golden knowledge nuggets.
I mean, hey, my golden knowledge nugget is to keep on doing what you're doing, because you obviously got people that like it. For every person that like it, there's gonna be somebody that don't like it. But there's 8 billion people in the world, so you still gonna have you know what I mean 4 billion like ready to go. But I would say just make it flow together more, instead of pausing to wait for the every time you told a punchline. Out in my head, I heard like instead of that pausing, like where it coming from, came out of nowhere. Just keep going, just keep going. Let us laugh. You know what I mean? Let us laugh. If anything, let the laughter stop you. If that's what's
Hey,
gonna do it, you know what I mean. But you keep going till you get that crack up. Don't pause.
I love it. All right, comedian Mo Williams, drop one of those golden knowledge nuggets.
If if this is truly what you want to do, regardless of what I just said, you have to understand something about me. I keep it 100 all day, every day.
Hey,
It wasn't working for me, but if this is something you truly love and you want to do, don't let what I just said or nobody else say stop you. Because the truth of the matter is, if it's what you want to do, if it's truly what you want to do, then you're going to do it anyway. So my advice to you is stay true to yourself.
Thank you.
I love it. Golden knowledge nuggets. All right, CJ Trowers, drop one of those golden
Uh,
knowledge nuggets.
keep writing and keep hitting those stages, man. Just you'll get more and more comfortable with it. It'll flow a lot easier. Just be consistent. You can't cheat the mic because it's a very uh consistent thing, and if you cheat it, it'll show. So just keep going. You'll be fine. Over time, it should have come a lot easier, and you'll just develop your voice. So you got a lot of potential, bro. Keep going.
Right on. Lisa D, drop one of them golden knowledge nuggets.
My advice, for me, be a little bit more animated because I love animation. But your cuteness works for you. Those big eyes and the yeah, it works for you. And yeah. But you're funny. You're funny. You're a pun guy. You're a pun guy. So, you know, keep doing your funny.
Thank you.
Keep doing your funny. Vanessa Ray, the hillbilly peach, drop one of them knowledge nuggets.
I'd like to hear more. I think you're good. I like your jokes and stuff. I did like the vagina opening, all that stuff. I like to see more confidence when you do it, and a little bit more projection. When you say it, and part of it is people like me and high frequency hearing loss. Some words are lost, so if you pronounce them and you're putting them in there with the with the punchline a little bit more forceful, then I think it'll be funnier, for especially old people because we can't hear a damn thing. Yeah, but you got the funny, and I agree. If this is in you, you don't let anybody else's. You want to take critiquing and take advice and work it. And if it doesn't work, you throw that out. And then but never, just keep going, and write a lot.
There we go. Mike Jones, drop one of them golden knowledge nuggets.
All right, I'm gonna give you the cup half full critique, which is I worked with Godfrey before, well, a couple of times, and one of the things he said on stage that stuck out to me, he said, "If I get 51% of the crowd to laugh, fuck the other 49%. I got the majority." So, know when you get on stage, you're not gonna make everybody laugh, and I think all of the critiques is accurate. But you take it and you do you, bro. Just and like part of critiquing somebody, like your style of comedy, like my man, I think as Mo was saying. If I can give a little clarification on what he was saying, when he says it doesn't work for him, but he can see how it worked for somebody else. It kind of take it like, hey, I don't listen to Taylor Swift, but I can see how she sell tapes or sell albums. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
This might not be his preference. So that doesn't mean that you're not funny. You are funny. The one thing I would also say is, I know it's hard to do comedy in front of a computer or a phone, but
Yes.
work on your rhythm. Right? Got to get a flow going. It started off with kind of the and like pause in between the jokes, like you wasn't really sure what was coming next, but practice that so you just come out like this. Especially because you had a whole bunch of one-liners. You want to just boom, rapid fire, and sound confident. Like you know what's coming next before we do, because you know what you about to say. We don't. But if it kind of sounds like you don't know what's coming next, or the crowd can kind of sense that, bro. But it's nothing to it but to do it, man. So keep staying in the gym, keep working it out.
I love it. Ooh, Mike Gleason, drop some of those golden knowledge nuggets.
I got one word: practice. We call them open mics in the States. I don't know what you call them there, but Go to as many open mics now. Okay. Uh, between now through it's November, so use the next 6 months to just practice, and that way next summer when you're headlining or part of a showcase, part of the summer series during the tour season or whatever, you're nice and polished. I think you just, I just, my word is for you is practice. You've got the voice and the puns. I'd say just practice them a lot.
Yes, and he's adorable.
I love it. Okay. I'm digging all this information. Okay, Scott Papa Curry, drop some of those golden knowledge nuggets.
Well, I started out in the late '80s with Kevin James, and Joe Rogan, and a bunch of guys. We did open mics 7 nights a week. So the first thing I would say is, like the gentleman before said, do as many open mics as you can. Find out what is unique about you, and write jokes about it. And you might have been a little nervous because there's no crowd. I have an extensive background in radio. If you ever do it again, just make like you're talking to one guy who's in his car. And the final thing, I don't mean this in a bad way, but it's not about you. But there's no need to be nervous doing comedy anymore because nobody cares. Um, Everybody's Instagramming and tweeting and Facebooking. So you don't have to be nervous because, again, nobody cares.
Oh my God.
Thank you.
No. Well, I think I will take the last one on this. So my golden knowledge nugget for you, sir, and my cast can tell you I never come to the screen. You hardly ever see my face, but I thought it was important. So, my golden knowledge nugget to you is to believe that you're funny. If you want to do this, if you are, you're a comedian, just relax into it and swing from the chest. I was watching this episode of George Lopez, and Benny, his mother, said, if you buy your stripper heels now, you just lean into it. You just lean into it. So you have to like swing from the chest. Win, lose, or draw, always swing from the chest because I believe Mike Jones said it. Uh, we don't know what you're about to say, only you know. So therefore, you never can mess up because we don't know. So if you just swing from the chest, you will always make it. I think you're funny, you're adorable. I love the red Mr. Bean. They keep saying Mr. Bean, and I'm thinking, where's Waldo? Like every time I see the outfit, I'm like, ooh, there he is.
Yeah.
So just be confident, nobody's gonna bite you. And hey, if they don't like it, they can come buy a ticket to your next show. They can always see it again, right?
Absolutely.
So, with that being said, everybody, my name is Brenda Brown, aka the Chocolate Child, and this has been another riveting edition of Sauce in the City, the 9 o'clock magic hour, my turn for comedy, where our funny friends can earn money for their funny. So, if you guys think that you have what it takes to come and take our money, you guys can comment below on the video or you guys can inbox direct. I take all requests, all messages. Everybody is welcome because it's always a party. I am super excited and I cannot wait to see all of you guys here in Las Vegas December 6th. I am so excited. Patio Nightclub, thank you guys so much for hosting the Sauce in the City family. They told me I couldn't do it, but here I am. Shout
Yes.
out to tonight's cast. I want to say a big thank you to comedian Mo Williams for trusting me to lead him in the direction of becoming technology sufficient. Not proficient, but sufficient. It's good enough to be on the show, good enough to be here. Big
Yes.
Mook THC, my right hand rolling man. I cannot wait to see you in Vegas. We are going to have so much fun. We are going to tear it up. CJ Trowers, thank you so much for stopping by. We are going to talk more about your show and welcoming you to 10 Toes Down Media Group, a project we're giving out a try. But thank you so much for coming by and sharing your professional comedy critiques with us. Lisa D, my lovely. Oh, I can't wait. Vegas will never be the same. This bestie and that bestie on one stream, okay? Chocolate and butterscotch. And she is a cougar, gentleman, so watch out. I'm not, I'm a mom. But fellas,
Moms are cougars too.
45 and up,
Yep.
45 and up.
Moms are cougars too. They can get
Okay.
it too.
Oh, they can get it too. Oh, we're gonna have to
Absolutely.
talk about that in the green room. Vanessa Ray, my hillbilly peach, my prayers are always out to you and your daughter and your family. And I hope all of you have a wonderful Thanksgiving. Remember to pull those close to you and give them a hug. And because the way it's looking, I don't know if tomorrow is promised. I'm not even feeling super positive about that whole thing.
Yep.
So just remember, Vanessa Ray, our prayers are always with you. Mike Jones,
I appreciate that. Thank
I
you.
cannot tell you how thrilled I am that you said yes to join me on this show and to join me in Vegas. You are
Yes.
amazing. I will not forget this. I promise you. Mike Gleason, welcome to the club, my friend. It is good to have you. That voice is radio quality ready, and I am so glad that you decided to share it with us. Scott Peppercurie, welcome to the stream, sir. And you're right. Nobody gives a shit. They really don't.
They don't. It's all about them. They're just look at me. I'm Facebooking. There's a joke going on. Come on now.
Absolutely. But around here, Sauce in the City, we do care. We care about funny, and we are trying to do our part to keep those bad jokes out of circulation. So, again, if you guys think that you have what it takes to be in Richard
Yeah.
Richard Noonan's position and be our comedic contestant, give it a shot. You guys can inbox me direct. I don't bite. And with that being said, I know good night, sweetheart. Well, it's time to go. Shout out to the cast.
Good
Uh,
night.
keep singing. Keep singing. I need help. I need help. I need
We
help.
are the world. Sauced
We
in
are
the
the
city.
Ha-
children. We are the